Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Farce, where we review and discuss your and our favorite comedy films. This is the world's first and only combination trivia host and professional wrestling announcer of Chilean descent that currently resides in Southern California, the wielder of the trivia multiverse, Ozzy V. Also with me, as always, on this program, first in the Northern California Bay Area, world-famous juggler Greg Larson. How you doing, Greg?
I'm swell. How about yourself, sausage fingers?
Oh, that's not funny.
Said multiverse.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no. Trivia multiverse, where every song has something to do with the answer. If you've never been to one of my trivia nights, that's the reason why you've got to go. Also with us, ladies and gentlemen, Fleshroom producer Todd. How you doing, Todd?
Chilling.
As always. I, gentlemen, am very thrilled today that we are reviewing and discussing Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol. Todd, do you have a trailer available?
Oh, you know it.
Those talented graduates are back in Police Academy.
Oh! I want to welcome all of you to
Citizens on Patrol.
Citizens on Patrol.
The Police Academy has offered to train you citizens
You just don't think I'm fast enough anymore, do you?
to better protect yourselves.
Do we get the black heat?
Attention all cars, attention all cars.
Mahoney,
Gee, I love saying that.
Jones, Hightower, Sweet Chuck, Zed, and Tackleberry.
Please!
Good idea.
From now on, by land,
You have the right to remain silent.
Who's gonna save me?
by sea, or by air, there's no escaping justice.
Gentlemen, may I see your license and registration, please? I can blast them out of the sky, sir. Not yet. I should give them a warning shot first.
Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol.
Now be careful, because a 44 Magnum has quite a kick.
See it in your neighborhood while you still have one.
Those are the trailer for Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol, with characters provided by Neil Israel and Pat Proft, screenplay by Gene Quintano, directed by Jim Drake, starring Steve Guttenberg. We also have Michael Winslow, Bubba Smith, Bobcat Goldthwait, Tim Kazurski, Leslie Easterbrook. It's an ensemble movie. Marion Ramsey with a lot of the original cast returning. Unfortunately, one omission that I'm bummed we didn't get to see was more Fackler from the earlier ones. But other than that, initial thoughts on this, this has always been my favorite one. And I think it's because this has been the one that was safest for me to watch as a child. Because even though Police Academy 3 was the first one that was rated PG, it still featured a scene with the prostitute. And so today would not have received the same rating. In fact, that's another conversation for now. I'll mention it. I think I mentioned this with our last review of Police Academy 3 during that scene. I didn't know the scene was in there. And my 13-year-old was in the room, and my wife was like, honey? And I'm like, I thought it was supposed to be PG. So, but this doesn't.
You should have done it in Bobcat's voice, though.
I said it was PG. Terrible Bobcat. Anyway, but this was a movie I was in one of my rotations as a child. The theme song from the opening is, and I'm not talking about the regular theme song that's
The Citizens on Patrol
with actually was partially performed by Michael Winslow.
Normally, rap songs like that in movies make me cringe. This is one of the only ones. Like, this was the time we got those gimmicky tie-in rap songs like that. Like that's exactly what this is. But for some reason, this one never bothered me. Like they all, like even watching them now, they always make me cringe. This one doesn't have that effect for some reason, because it should really, but it doesn't.
Movie also features a very young David Spade,
Yep, this is where I
And
know him from.
his what's funny is watching this movie this time around at this age, after all the other movies I've seen, his friend Arnie, played by actor Brian Backer, is pre Jason Biggs before Jason Biggs. Like you could put him and Jason Biggs side by side. If you were remaking Police Academy 4, Jason Biggs would have to be that guy.
100% looks like Eugene Levy's kid too. It works.
It's really bizarre how that did work out.
He was on Fast Times also, right? At Ridgemont High.
I cannot remember off the top of my head.
Okay, I thought you had it in front of you, but yeah. Yeah, I'm double checking, but I'm 99% sure. Yeah, he is. He's the buddy with Damone. Have we covered that? If not, in the future. I don't even remember.
Future episode. But getting back here, initial thoughts again. I always loved seeing it, and the fact that it has. I'm sorry, did not even go through the details of this. Released on April 3rd, 1987. One of my favorite reasons about this movie is that it's 88 minutes with a rating of PG.
It's really like 121 because it's got
credits.
some long ass credits.
It does have very long credits. So it's great for just a short, fun time. And that's what I remembered as a kid, and I still feel the same way today. How about you guys?
This was actually the first Police Academy movie I watched, and so it was fun to kind of see it now that we've kind of gone through the progression of them, because I don't think I've ever watched the films in sequential order. So it was different watching it this time, and actually leads to a moment that I'll bring up a little later, possibly, unless someone else says it first. But this was, like you said, a short, quick punch of comedy, fits that great runtime, and has a great cast of characters. So I was excited to see if it still held up to what I remember it being, because it was at the time my favorite Police Academy.
And also, a point of note about this movie is that this is the first time we got to see Captain Harris and Proctor in the same movie, because Proctor wasn't in the first one, and he was with what's his face?
Wait, say it again. What was
Proctor? Proctor
he
was in the
with
first one.
Mauser.
Mauser. Yes, he was with Mauser in the
Proctor.
second and third. So this was the first time we got to see him with Harris, and from the very beginning, the way they play off each other, especially with the scene and the momentum balls, like that, just is perfect. The two of them together. Todd, initial thoughts?
I've always loved the Police Academy series as a youth, but it's always been the same three. It's 1, 2, 4. 2 and 4 were the first ones I owned on tapes. I had a copy of one, but like 2 and 4 I watched the most. 4 grew to be my favorite because 2 I'd see a lot of times, but because I was actually watching them as they came out. 3 was always just crap, but like 4 brought it all back, and it's just fun. I love the whole concept, the citizens on patrol. Bobcat, I think this is, other than the second one, Bobcat's best in this one. And I don't know, it's just fun. Like Mahoney's at his best. Where else are you going to get to see, David Spade stunt doubled by Tony Hawk?
Right. Yeah, it's hard to hate this movie. Especially if you're a fan of the parody and slapstick, just sheer goofiness of everything. Getting into the favorite lines here, there's a ton of stuff. One note before I got into those is, I think we mentioned this after every Police Academy review, but it's worth saying just because I can't help but think it every time I watch one of these movies, is that Mahoney would be canceled so quick.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time though, what's funny is he's the original Jim Halpert, if you really think about it. Like, if there was a Police Academy remake, it would have to be John Krasinski as Mahoney.
Yeah, I've never thought about a modern Police Academy And yeah, that's a good pick.
It's playing the pranks on Harris is just has that Bugs Bunny look,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it really fits there. And of course, Michael Winslow's there doing his thing. I think we've mentioned this on other reviews, but I think this is something else that's always worth noting. David Graff, who plays Tackleberry, is actually a trained police officer before he acted in these movies. And the fact that he's able to get his comedic timing and just really nail it so well. Like one of his lines with Lassard asks, "What's the biggest problem with being a police officer?" That we can't carry hand grenades. Like just just matter of fact, like such great delivery, which by the way, I guess would be kind of a Dwight character. Just because he takes policing so seriously in the way his, how him and Mrs. Feldman kind of had similar interests, whatnot. But in terms of favorite moments, it's really tough because there were some things that I caught now that I had not caught before. Like the sheer stupidity in Proctor's face, and this is what I'm gonna go with, this is after Harris has something glued, right? And he's in the hospital. And then you just hear him say something to Proctor, and Proctor, just with that perfect blank, dumb expression, can just go just be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Did you say the dim shoe to snare off?" Like absolutely makes no attempt to try to figure it out. Just like, "This is what I heard. Are you sure?" Like, but the look on his face too is just so. I mean, tying it to The Office, I get he'd be the best like Andy Bernard type character, just the complete kiss ass. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So are we just recasting with this with The Office? Because Dwight definitely has.
That's the tough part. Is that when I was watching this, it's like I just kept thinking like, "Oh, I see Jim there. Oh, I see Dwight there. Oh, that definitely is Andy." So at the same time, I think that's why The Office did so well is because I'm not saying that they pulled everything Police Academy for, but rather similar relationships and interactions. I mean, come on, the porta potty in the field.
Oh,
holy cow.
Here Ozzy goes again, starting to just take all the funny moments.
Sorry,
I'll give you a favorite line that has nothing to do with this, and this is my Simpsons line. When Homer is disciplining Bart, and he yells at him, "You already know it's coming. Why do you think I took you all to see all those Police Academy movies? I didn't hear anyone laughing, did you?"
There's also the line when Marge becomes a cop. And he says, "When did you become a cop? I thought everything was going to be fun, like that movie Spaceballs, but it turned out to be like that movie Police Academy." So I'm sorry. You guys go with your favorite lines or moments.
Todd, you want to go?
All right. Well, I got a bunch too, so I'm not going to try to pull a Ozzy. So I'll just try to drop one of my favorites, and I think I'll go with one that this is. Shoot. Oh, you know what?
I'm going last for favorite.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you a line that's my favorite, and that's when they're all playing basketball, and Proctor shows up, and Jones is like, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's Lieutenant Proctor, a ghetto favorite." He does it on the little thing. It's like that made me laugh. Okay, I got more, but
so there's a moment where people are sitting at a table all talking, and Lassard goes, he's talking, and he says, "I said to her, do you always work under podiums?" Which was a great callback to the prostitutes under the podium before, which I thought was a brilliant callback, which I didn't get the first time I'd watched it, obviously.
There you go. Ozzy?
I already gave my favorite moments.
Okay.
Are we on to critiques now?
Oh, well, I was going to give you another if you had any more, because I didn't mention.
I did have two, so if you guys have another.
Yeah, plenty.
Go for it.
Oh, okay. The whole Badula scene, obviously, it's like the little mini horror movie, and they're all talking bad, and they show up, and yeah, that's another part I love.
There's a moment when Mauser looks at Mahoney and he says, "Has anybody told you you're a little pissant, Mahoney?" And Mahoney's response was so good. He goes, "Nobody that matters, sir."
So I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to critiques, this is a movie that keeps hitting you with humor. Aside from the skateboard music montage, which I didn't mind because it was,
It was the 80s. You got to see
skateboarders.
Tony Hawk and crew cut. Yeah.
Mhm.
But aside from that, it was just the comedy kept coming, and I'm always on board with this movie from start to finish. Um, Even though a real plot of it doesn't start towards the end in terms of stuff actually happening, and there's a good chunk in the middle that's really just gags.
Now who's gonna save me? That's a good. Did you have to avert eyes in this one because of that? Because that is a pretty see-through shirt.
Oh no, I got away with that one, like the airplane scene when I was 6.
All right.
Those were my 2
Okay.
favorite movies when I was a young kid for that reason. No. It's I can't find a critique on here just because to me, like this is what I want out of a comedy movie. I want short, give me some gags, give me some humor, and I mean Harris at the dynamic between Harris and Mahoney is so good in terms of like conflict that they're such opposites of one another that it works for Short Circuit as well. And it almost feels like Short Circuit was made just so you can have Steve Guttenberg and G.W. Bailey on the other side.
Mhm.
But I don't have anything bad to say about this movie. It's tough.
It's funny because you actually mentioned the only thing that I could really say that's bad about the movie is the whatever, plot of the movie, the some sort of conflict and resolution was so much weighted at the tail end of like anything really building and finishing that it almost felt like it was rushed, and granted we like the runtime, but it would have been nice to have like built that out a little bit more because it just kind of felt like I got a Saturday morning cartoon that wrapped up real quickly. Um, it wasn't bad, but it just if you are to critique it, that would be my one thing.
Well, they did eventually become a Saturday morning cartoon,
Fair.
The one
which was
thing that-
much better than the live action TV show that they did. Whoever thought making it a 1-hour show instead of a 30-minute sitcom, I don't know what they were smoking, but
Um, in terms of Greg, I know exactly what you mean, like I'd mentioned, but what got me kind of thinking is that's okay is that the real plot here, the true antagonist, is really Captain Harris, who wants to see this program fail, and
Right.
that's made clear. And even the stuff in the middle, him and Proctor are doing what they can to derail where they can.
Mhm.
And the beauty part is that it's actually Proctor's own negligence that Harris believed that would be the fault of the COP program that caused all these inmates to be released. So that's where I was okay with it. And
it's funny because you're right. So it is that. So like it's just that last final situation which makes it feel like it's rushed because it is really. You're right.
Especially
They
when
are
you're throwing ninjas in there, you really feel like they were just like
You could also tell this is the point they were just churning them out, which is also why it's probably Gutenberg's last. But like watching this one, like you can feel it's like, oh, we're just shooting this on the studio for the most part, except for that big finale. Like you see like the fights, and I'm like, this is the WB lot. I'm like, where's the Lethal Weapon house at some few points? But it was, and that's okay. And you know what? I miss movies that are made on studios. I know I said that on a recent show too, and it's that vibe. I mean, they were basically throwing money at making these movies once a year, just versus making a series. And Yeah. And my only complaint, my negative thing, it reminds me of that other movie Ozzy just brought up because I hate that movie. The one with the stupid robot. That's not the Terminator.
Are you talking about Rocky 4?
No.
A robot?
I'm just
No,
kidding. I'm
okay.
kidding. I know what you're talking about. Short Circuit. Right. We'll get to that soon.
No.
That's where Todd draws the line.
All right.
Right after Chasing Amy.
Oh, gross. Okay. So let's get into the ratings here. Like I said, I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's short, it's great, it's quick and a good time. It's a 5 out of 5 from me. I love this movie and always have, always will. Hasn't changed.
Yeah, I going into this, I remember it being a 5, but I think that rushed ending kind of just was weird to me. I felt like, oh, it's over now. It was a little sad, so I'm just gonna bump it down a little bit to a 4.5.
I'm keeping it at my 5 that I've always been on this one. And you know what it is? I'm okay with that because I'm like, I feel like we're done with this movie now. We've had all the good bits. Now we have the climax and we can go home.
It's almost like if it went on longer, it would have been too much.
Yeah.
It just enough. All right, Todd, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to characterize your opinion. But.
Oh, no, you're good. You're absolutely right. And that's why I'm still a 5. But, and I probably mentioned this on every episode we've done because, that's what I do. And that is, I did work on the documentary for this film, this series that's still not out, but is coming soon. I know it's near the finish line. I think last time, if not, I'll show it next time. I know I got my picture with Harris. Like that, I don't ask for pictures like all the wrestlers and stuff. I never do it. So but for Harris, God, what's his name? I'm blanking right now.
G.W. Bailey.
G.W. Bailey. That was one. I regret I didn't do it the day him and Proctor were there, but I wasn't working that day. So, but I did get to, because I do love that. And I should have done it for Bobcat too, but I don't like to be the guy who asks for photos. So Harris, I had the opportunity. But I also got a little other thing, and I thought I'd show you guys. One of the things I, got a hold of is some of what is David Graff's home movies that are for the documentary. And I'm going to see if I can pull any up and play any, but I don't think it's going to play in MKV. So maybe I won't play it. So maybe you'll have to look on Patreon for something coming soon because I was going to show you something cool. That doesn't seem like it's going to go now.
Do you know when this documentary would be released?
That is the question I get asked probably quite often because I've mentioned this a few times. Like every once in a while it pops up in our what is it called?
Discord?
Thank you. I don't. I know that it's finished. I know it got delayed when they finally got Guttenberg, and that was a second batch of recordings. But I know they've been slowly putting out the documentaries. So I think this one's next on the docket. So I'm hoping sometime next year, but I don't know for sure.
And was this a documentary like on Police Academy as a whole, or just the fourth one?
No, the entire series. All the movies, they touch on the cartoons.
Even Moscow?
Even Moscow. People from the TV show were interviewed. Like, they interviewed everyone. Guttenberg was the one holdout that they couldn't get him. And then at the last minute, they were able to work something out. I know, so I think they filmed him like a year after filming Wrapped. So I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been in contact lately. So,
all right. Well, keep an eye out for that. If you'd like to keep an eye out on this film and any major streaming services, as of December 14th, you're able to stream Police Academy 4 Citizens on Patrol on Amazon Prime if you are a Prime member. Also available for rental or purchase wherever you consume your favorite digital content. And if you do happen to be in the Orange County area this week, I'm sorry, Todd.
Well, good. Finish it. I got the footage, so it'll come up. So I'll give you a sneak peek.
All righty.
I'll just play it while you talk in the background.
Okay. So if you are in the
No,
Orange
good.
County area this week, I will be hosting trivia this Tuesday at the Rush Bar and Grill in Lake Forest, beginning at 7 o'clock. Also this Wednesday at the Brewery in Placentia, also at 7 o'clock. Both nights free to play and prizes for the top winning teams, and also delving through the trivia multiverse where every song has something to do with the answer, delving in the topics of history, pop culture, and of course, science, among others. All right, Todd, do you have that footage available?
Coming to the Patreon.
Science. Sorry.
The format won't play, or the video
No.
won't play. Okay, coming soon to Patreon. Todd will have some.
You know what? It'll be up right now. Like right now, when you're like right now, you'll be able to watch it right now.
Check out the Patreon if you are a subscriber, and we'll have that available there. Do you gentlemen have anything else before we head out for the evening?
No, I'm
No,
good.
sir. We'll be back next week with something good. Hopefully, something that's
Yeah.
everywhere, something that's all at once. Who knows?
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, for world famous juggler Greg Larson and Flesh Wound producer Todd, I'm Ozzy V, and we'll see you next week, next time, on a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Farce.